What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. In this video, I want to go over what is going on with Twitter and Elon Musk. So with that being said, let's forget about everything, cue the intro, and jump right into this one. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I'm putting out at least one video a week, giving you guys absolutely free content that's going to help you guys, whether it's long-term, short-term, just in finance and everything like that. So with that being said, let's jump back to the video. Okay guys, so you guys have seen the news. Elon's buying Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Now he's backing out of it, basically, is what we're going to put it as, because that's what he's trying to do, and I don't blame him whatsoever. And I'm going to explain why I wouldn't buy Twitter and everything in here and what's really going to happen. So me and one of my friends that actually talk about a lot of investments and stuff like that actually had the conversation when he started and put the offer out there for Twitter, saying that, you know, he wasn't going to buy Twitter. And shout out to Shane, because he called this from the very beginning, is he's going to, what happens is when you go to buy out companies and things like that, and especially to make them private, is you're going to give them a price that you would buy it at. For instance, Twitter's became $54.20, I believe it was. It's not going to say on here, but still, I think it was $54.20. Some stupid number for if you look at the financials of the company and what it's really worth. So, why is it so stupid? Well, first of all, you got to deal with income. That's going to be the biggest thing in financials of these companies and where they could be. Don't get me wrong, somebody like Elon Musk is going to be able to come in, make some changes, probably make some money off of it. I'm not saying that he cannot, because Elon's done some amazing things in his life. Nobody's going to challenge that. But what's the point of buying Twitter here and why it's not going to happen? So basically, when you go to buy a company, you do offer that price in order to get your foot in the door, allow it to be saying, hey, he's buying this, blah, blah, blah. Then you go through due diligence. You have to make sure the company's solid. You want to make sure all these things are tied in together, and it's a good deal for yourself. That is a huge portion of acquiring companies. You don't want to acquire just, pardon my language, shit companies. You don't want to buy, you're not wanting to acquire penny stocks that really have no upside for long-term gain, especially when you're paying billions of dollars for these companies. So Twitter says now that they are going to sue Elon Musk for trying to back out of the deal. Now, why is he backing out of the deal? First of all, there's a bunch of bot accounts. Everybody knows this. If you've ever been on Twitter, you know there are tons. And I'm not a Twitter user. I mean, I have a profile on Twitter. I get on it every now and then. Maybe, honestly, I get on it to clear my notifications so I don't have that red bubble above it. But other than that, I don't use Twitter. So that's one thing you have there. And then it comes down to the financials. And I think, obviously, it's a publicly traded company, so he knew the financials of the company already. And this is why I said from the very beginning, I don't like this buy by Elon Musk. Now, I'm always for acquiring assets. Now, I think that is something for sure. But they are going to, his attempt to bail on the $44 billion agreement to buy the company, and we'll see in court. So obviously they're going to try to take it to court, pursue legal action here, things like that, which I assume that they would, and I think everybody that's ever seen any of these mergers happen or has invested in any of these mergers is going to be there. So the one thing I want to look at is you have Twitter here, and I actually like this one better here, sorry, because this one's going to show you some different statements and things like that, annual income statements, stuff like that. I think it's a little bit harder for some people to understand. The one thing that I'm going to go over here is something that makes sense to me, and if I was going to ever go look into this company is where I would be looking. So you have all these numbers down here and things like that. My thing, and again, I am a income investor, so I like dividends every month. I like cash flow every single month. That's just always been my thing. My income keeps going up every single month because I do that. I still work a job and I get all that. So now, and I'm for anybody that wants to just be an investor, yes, you can do that. I'd highly suggest staying at your day job, paying your mortgage with that, paying your car payment or whatever the case may be, basic bills, and still being able to invest all that extra money. That's what I've been doing now. I was a full-time investor, and I got really, really bored of sitting at home, just for you guys to know. So the financials and Twitter, Right here, you're going to see. So the blue is the total revenue here. Here, the net income, meaning after you collect all the revenue and you pay everybody, you pay all the bills and everything, you pay all your salaries and everything, how much you're getting in your pocket. Here's the problem. And this is a reoccurring problem with Twitter. Have they had a few good years doing this? Yes, of course. I mean, it'd be hard not to. Here's the problem. Read these numbers here, guys. Excuse me. Read the numbers. Total revenue, $3.72 billion in 2020 when everybody was sitting at home. There's no reason they shouldn't have made money on this. Net income, negative $1.14 billion. Guys, it's B with a billion that they lost that year. And you're like, oh, it's a huge company. It's no big deal for some of these companies to lose money. Guys, it does not matter. Anytime you are in a company and you are investing into a company, you don't want it to ever lose money. That means even if they are paying you dividends, there's a problem. That balance sheet is continuing to go backwards. You don't need that. Even in real estate, if you bought and say, for instance, it was during 08 and 09, it all hit the fan and everything, but you still own the asset. And if somebody was still paying rent, you were still cash flowing it. That's the difference. Look at these. So again, another $108 million negative. Another 500 million basically negative. Another 500 million negative. Guys, we have to turn a profit somewhere in order to make it worth investing. Do I invest into Twitter? Absolutely not. Well, I would not invest into Twitter. I don't like it. I've invested into Facebook before. Did very, very well when I knew it was a hot up-and-coming tech stock. Basically, in 2019, 2020, as soon as I had the money to be able to invest into it, I was definite. No, that wouldn't have been 2019. It would have been like 2017, actually, when I was in college. So just be aware of these things, guys. This is what's going to continue to happen with Twitter. Obviously, it's going to go to court. They're going to be like, well, what happened? And he's going to be like, they suck. There's too many bots, blah, 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 blah. Legal jargon is going to happen. If he does buy this company, guys, if he buys this company, it is not going to be at that $44 billion mark. It's going to be down here where he's comfortable with it. And again, because he's leveraged, you guys, you got to remember, Elon Musk is leveraged. Do your homework on those kind of things. And the stock has already fallen way further after it spiked up to where he said he would buy it at. It's fallen dramatically again. Let's go back and look at this chart. Let's go back here. You guys can see it had this big spike over where he wanted to pay for it at. And again, if you guys want to see the overall on this, go to a weekly chart. And you guys can see where it's gone. So Twitter hasn't really necessarily made great ticks here. No, I don't pay for TradingView either. So this is just an overall chart that shows easy financials, guys. If you're looking for easy financials, it's the easiest way to do this for any company. If you want to do something that's doing positive income, just look at this, go to a daily chart. This is what I do. Click on the earnings button and more financials. It's going to pop up instantly. But look at the revenue, the total revenue, meaning all the money that's coming in, and then look at the net income, all the expenses taken out, what money they have left over. That is the problem with Twitter. This is why I would never buy Twitter, and maybe I'm an idiot and so on and so forth. I'm sure there's tons of people that have made money off Twitter, obviously, because of the stock market and options and stuff like that. But as a long-term business owner, this is not something that I'm looking into, guys. Do your own research. Know what's going on with the stocks. Don't just take somebody's word for it. And just because Elon Musk buys it does not mean you should be buying it, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.